Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat pagi, selamat malam, selamat sejahtera. Apa khabar semua kepada pelayar-pelayar, terutamanya calon-calon SPM tahun 2022 yang bakal menghadapi peperiksaan SPM yang tak lama lagi akan kunjung tiba. Okey. Jadi seperti biasa pada malam ini kita berpeluang untuk meneruskan sesi seminar pecutan akhir kita, anjuran PPD Kinta Utara dan juga Management and Science University. Untuk makluman viewers, ini adalah untuk subjek yang ketiga. Kita dah selesai untuk prinsip perakaunan, kita dah selesai untuk matematik dan pada malam ini alhamdulillah, okey, kita akan mengikuti satu lagi subjek yang saya rasa agak penting ya, iaitu bahasa Inggeris. Okey. So untuk malam ini saya tidak kesorangan. Okey. Saya bersama-sama dengan seorang guru cemerlang bahasa Inggeris ya. Nanti saya akan kenalkan sedikit sebanyaklah latar belakang guru tersebut, iaitu penceramah kita pada malam ini. Jadi sebelum kita nak meneruskan sesi pada malam ini, dialukan kepada calon-calon SPM yang dah berjaya masuk ke live ni, mungkin boleh kongsikan nama, dari sekolah mana, okey, boleh tuliskan di ruangan chat. Okey, dan dalam masa yang sama boleh like, share dan juga maklumkan kepada rakan-rakan yang lain. Boleh ajak mereka lah, ajak mereka untuk join untuk sesi kita pada malam ini, lebih kurang plus minus dalam masa 2 jam. InsyaAllah kita akan gunakan masa kita pada malam inilah dengan sebaik mungkin. Jadi kalau ada sebarang soalan-soalan yang nak ditanya, nak berkomunikasi dengan penceramah juga, boleh gunakan ruangan chat tersebut untuk bertanyakan soalan dan insyaAllah kita akan pick up soalan-soalan tu. Saya ataupun pihak penceramah akan mengambil maklum balas terhadap soalan-soalan yang dikemukakan di ruangan chat yang ditulis oleh para pelajar. Jadi untuk malam ini insyaAllah Kertas Bahasa Inggeris bagi persiapan untuk menghadapi peperiksaan SPM pada tahun ini. Dan saya kembali kepada penceramah kita. Mungkin saya nak perkenalkan sedikit latar belakang penceramah kita lah pada malam ini. Okey, so sambil-sambil tu adik-adik pelajar, calon-calon SPM boleh mula untuk menaik nama dari sekolah mana, okey. So boleh kenalkan dirilah sedikit sebanyak dekat ruangan chat tu. Jadi kita boleh berinteraksi sedikit untuk berkenalan lah antara satu sama lain. Baik, penceramah kita pada malam ini tak lain tak bukan Cikgu Aisyah binti Muhammad Hamdan. Dia merupakan seorang guru cemerlang bahasa Inggeris yang bertugas di Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Raja Permaisuri Bainun. Baik, apa khabar cikgu? Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Hi Cik Nif, how are you?
Good, very good, very good. Segan pula jumpa cikgu bahasa Inggeris ni.
Tapi kita santai di malam ni.
Soalan-soalan cepu cemas ni jenuh nak jawab dalam bahasa Inggeris. Okey, baik. Apa khabar cikgu? Sihat cikgu ya?
Alhamdulillah sihat, yes. I'm very good here.
Dah selesai dinner cikgu?
Sudah, semua dah.
Alhamdulillah. Okey, baik. Untuk malam ni cikgu, insyaAllah kita akan berpeluang untuk bersama-sama dengan Cikgu Aisyah. Jadi mungkin player-player boleh membaca sedikit sebanyak biodata penceramah kita pada malam ini. Okey, kalau kita lihat dari segi latar belakang penceramah kita ini sangat berkelayakan dan sangat berkredibiliti dari segi subjek ataupun mata pelajaran bahasa Inggeris. Jadi tidak diragui lah kita menerima cadangan daripada pihak Pejabat Pendidikan Daerah Kinta Utara untuk mengambil Cikgu Aisyah pada malam ini sebagai penceramah ataupun sebagai seorang speaker kita pada malam ini untuk berkongsi tips ataupun teknik pecutan akhir, especially-nya untuk kertas bahasa Inggeris. Jadi diharapkan calon-calon yang dah masuk, dah join live ini bersedia sedikit sebanyak dengan buku catatan, alat tulis, okey, dan juga soalan-soalan yang berkaitan. Mungkin kalau ada masa nanti boleh adakan sesi interaksi dengan penceramah kita. So insyaAllah kita harap Cikgu Aisyah boleh membantu sedikit sebanyak dalam platform yang kita ada pada malam ini dalam tempoh masa 2 jam ini. Okey, jadi saya tak nak buang masa panjang, saya tak nak ambil masa untuk sesi pada malam ini. Saya nak serahkan sesi pada malam ini kepada penceramah kita, Guru Cemerlang Bahasa Inggeris, Cikgu Aisyah, untuk memulakan sesi seminar pecutan akhir bagi Kertas Bahasa Inggeris SPM 2022. Dengan segala hormatnya, saya mempersilakan Cikgu Aisyah.
Okay, terima kasih Cikgu Hanif. Thank you Cik Hanif. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Very good evening all of you who are watching at the moment. So you know me, I'm Madam Aisha. Many of my students, they just call me teacher or madam. So anything that makes you comfortable with. Right, so it's very good to be here tonight. I would like to thank MSU as well as PPD Kinta Utara for the invitation. And I think tonight we have a very special mission, all right, that is to actually just revisit, okay, to do some revision of our English language papers. And as all of you know, I'd like to say hi first to Eng Chia Yao, SMK Sri Kota Perak, hi. And I think there's Giovanna Yagi from SMK DHMT. I wonder what's that short form for, right? So, and I hope that you would also like to also invite and call your friends so that the more the merrier, okay? And tonight, the idea is to revise some aspects of our English language papers. And as many of you know, all right, we are already in towards SPM. In fact, I believe that you have just finished with your Bahasa Melayu, Ujian Bertutur Bahasa Melayu, okay? And okay, and also next week, Monday, you are going to start with your oral exam or speaking test here for SPM. So before I continue, okay, let's just start the session tonight with something that light and easy. I do not want you to stress out unnecessarily. No stressing out unnecessarily. So let's take a look at, hold on, I want to see why my slides they are not moving. Okay, wait, yeah. I think my slide is not moving. Hold on for a while.
Okay, it's okay. Tak ada masalah, Cikgu. Just take a few minutes.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe boleh start again. Mungkin kena keluar dulu ataupun masukkan semula slide itu.
Okay, I'll try again.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to know how you're feeling at the moment now attending this workshop. Not exactly a workshop, more like a sharing session, okay, a slot presentation. So I would like to ask you, how do you feel at this moment, okay? So do me a favor. Can I share with school teachers? Yes. Whoever watching right now, you can share with your friends. If you are a teacher, you can share with your teachers. Okay, I'm going to go through productive skills for tonight, all right, and you can just share with whoever you like. I just hope that this will benefit as many students as possible. Okay, so first thing first, students, how many Form 5 students are watching now? I wonder. I can see we have about 16, 17. It's okay. Normally the number will increase. You all probably just had your dinner and everything. Right. I would like you to, okay, let's start our session. Go to classpoint.app. Is it possible for you to go to classpoint.app? Class. I'm trying to write, but I cannot write.
Maybe cikgu boleh tulis dekat ruangan chatting tu.
Okay, saya tulis. Alright. I will write in I'm going to appear as another user, yeah? Classpoint.app. Okay. Okay, Evil Garden, you will see me appearing as Evil Garden, another username. All right, so classpoint.app, and I want you to enter the code as 22625. You can see on top of it. All right, 22625. That is the code. Classpoint.app. Okay, enter the code 22625. Okay, 22625. 22625, yeah? Okay, classpoint.app. All right. If you can you please do so? And I want you to circle the emoji that represents your feeling now. Okay, what is the emoji that represents your feeling about attending, listening to my session tonight, about going through SPM papers? Okay, let's just circle the emoji and see how you do. Okay, I do not know how many of you will actually enter classpoint.app. I'm just going to wait for a while. All right, I'm just going to wait for a while and see if there are any responses. Because anyway, sometimes I do understand the students probably they just have like one device. Kalau katakan dia gunakan handphone, they're probably just having one device. So it may not be
Yes.
very easy for them. Okay, it's okay, we just see, all right? And just circle for me the emoji that best represents your feeling at this moment. Okay? Okay, I'm still waiting. I'm just looking. If there are, I can see 4 people already entering. Okay, hi, Noni Aswadi from Kedah. Hi, are you a student or are you a teacher? Okay, I can see some students or teacher people are saying hi, hello. Okay, I just want you to go to classpoint.app and type the code 22625, right? And you circle this emoji representing your feeling at the moment, for example. Or some of you are even putting an emoji now in the chat section. That's okay. That's also just fine. Okay, no problem. That is just as fine. Okay. All right, let's see. I have Yagani. What did you circle, Yagani? Let me see. Oh, okay, that's good. It looks like you're having fun now. Okay. Hello, I'm from Perak. That's Daniel said. Okay. All right. Anyone else? Thank you so much for responding. Okay, let's just wait, yeah, for a while. And I have another student, I think Eng Chayao also circle. Oh, okay, giving me a thumbs up. That's good. That's good. Okay, that's very, very good. Okay. Okay. It's all right, no problem. I just want to see who are in the audience at the moment, and we don't have many at the moment yet, so no problem. Okay, so my dear students, yeah, I believe that there are many students here. Maybe there is there could be some teachers as well, right? So what are we going to do tonight? What are we going to look at? What kind of revision are we going to do? The content of this session, okay, I am interested to actually, of course, look into speaking paper, because next week, next Monday is already a speaking exam, yeah? So I would like to do some revisions. I would like to give you some tips and tricks on how to ace, on how to, do better in your speaking paper. And also, I would like to look a little bit into writing. We only have 2 hours. I have so many slides. I have so many things that I like to share with you. I honestly do not know if I can finish them off, but never mind. We'll see how we progress. Okay, and my dear students, I really hope as we are sharing this, doing this, I really hope that you can be more, I would say, it's going to be a two-way communication. So please respond, be responsive, yeah. Please be responsive and respond to me in the chat group, so that I can, talk to you. I can address your questions, yeah. And waalaikumsalam to Nur Atiyah Azhari from Kedah. Oh, okay, good, all the way from Kedah. Okay, so today, as I said, we are going to look at speaking paper and writing. And in speaking paper here, okay, I would like to go through the assessment skills, and I also would like to share with you how can you improve your speaking performance, okay? And as for writing, we will also look at your assessment skills, and also what are the fundamentals of writing. Fundamentals means what are the basic things that you need. How can you write better? So we will be looking at these 2 papers tonight, all right? Okay, let's try something else. Okay, this I want to make you are active and awake. Okay, active and awake. Okay, speaking exam, speaking test is just next week, next Monday. Okay, you know it, all of you. I wonder how ready are you? Can you please share with me your feelings? Okay, what do you feel about going for, or sitting for your speaking test, your speaking exam? All right, you can type a response in the chat section, Or you can use the class point that you are in. Okay, go to classpoint.app, enter the code on top here, 22625. This is the code, and put in one. Okay, put in the word. All right, put in, share with me your feelings. Share with me your feelings with regards to sitting for or going for speaking exam. What do you feel about speaking paper? What do you feel about going for speaking exam? Can you please share with me your feeling? You can either type in the chat box, okay, or you can use my class point and put in what you feel, what you think. I'll just wait for a while, yeah. Speaking, yes, very true. For speaking exam that you all will be sitting next week, how do you feel about it? What are your feelings? What do you feel about going or sitting for speaking exam or speaking test? Come on. Okay, Dance Daniel gave me a thumbs up, meaning he's, I think he's a boy, I think. Okay, he's like saying yes, he's good, ready, I think. What about the rest of you? Nervous, forgetting. Okay, forgetting all the English words. I wonder who's that. Okay. Okay, come on. Give me your responses. Tell me, talk to me. Tonight is about connecting with an English teacher, okay? Nervous, I understand. My students are also feeling very nervous. Sad. Oh, you're going to say it's me. All right. Why are you feeling sad? Okay. Why are you feeling sad? When it comes to speaking, is so much fun. There's so many things you can talk about. Nervous. Okay. Can you see now? I have more students saying that they are nervous. Namita said excited but nervous at the same time. Okay. All right. Let's just wait for more responses. Nervous. Everyone is saying nervous. Okay. Everyone is saying nervous. Okay. I'm going to close submission. All right. I'm going to close submission. And I'm going to award stars to all of you. Thank you so much for giving me your responses. And I can see now from the chat box and also from this, I would say from my class point here, many of you are saying that you are feeling very nervous. Okay, you are feeling very nervous. Okay, so my question next is, why are you feeling nervous? Can you please answer me? With me, we do a lot of two-way communication. I like to talk to students and I like you to also speak to me. Why are you feeling nervous? Just type in the chat box. Why are you feeling nervous? Why? Why are you feeling nervous? Okay, just type in the chat box. Tell me, why are you feeling nervous? So many says they're feeling very nervous about speaking exam. Why? Kenapa? Why? Okay, let me just wait for your responses, yeah? I see my teacher, I want laughing. You see your teacher, you want to laugh. Oh dear me. Okay. When you see your teacher, I think you should be like happy and you should be like feeling relaxed. You know, it's your own teacher asking you questions, your own teacher as the interlocutor. Okay. Thank you, Dance Daniel. Okay, so students, I'm going to look straight into assessment skills for speaking exam now. Let's zoom in straight away. Yeah? Okay, you know, in this exam, in this coming exam next week, sebab takut salah cakap. Okay, afraid if I couldn't speak fluently. Okay, relax. That's why we are here tonight. Okay, relax. Let's just see how I can help you to overcome your nervousness. Let's see how can help you to sort of like minimize. Tipu lah kalau tak nervous langsung. Of course you will feel nervous or scared. But how can we control that feeling? Okay, so let me zoom here first, yeah. Assessment skills here meaning to say during the exam, as you know, okay, during the exam, as you know, you will have, there are two teachers in the room, okay. One is, all right, the interlocutor is your own teacher. By the way, you will see me missing from the screen. You tak nampak muka I because I'm putting my tablet down to write, right? So don't miss me for so long. Okay. Interlocutor is your own teacher. Is your own teacher, no problem. And you will have one assessor in the room who is someone else, a teacher from another school. Okay, teacher from another school. Okay, and for speaking, okay, for speaking test, for speaking exam, the interlocutor will give you marks based on overall spoken performance. Okay, overall spoken performance, altogether there are 6 marks, right? While the assessor, the other teacher, will give you scores or marks based on grammar, vocabulary, and communicative competence. Okay, what I'm doing here is not something new. Your teachers all have briefed you. You all have gone through trial exam. You all have gone through maybe a few series of speaking practices. So what I'm going to tell you tonight, nothing new. It's just that I want to look at how can you better yourself, right? Okay. So, when it comes to grammar, vocabulary, and communicative competence, okay, I don't want you to worry thinking about it as you're doing your speaking exam. What is most important is you focus. When the interlocutor, your teacher, asks you questions, talk to you, you focus on him or her. All right. Don't worry about what the examiner is going to give you marks and all that. Okay. So this is just a very quick. My teacher from UK, bila dia mengajar semua blur. Oh dear, UK, that'd be nice. Mak Saleh. Okay. Okay, the floor plan. Um, a very quick look into the floor plan so that you will be more ready for next week. Okay. You know, you'll be doing your speaking examination or your speaking test with a partner in pairs. So there's candidate A and there's candidate B. All right. I'm sure you have practiced. The interlocutor is your own subject teacher and you have the assessor, as I said just now. Right. And what I would like to advise you, how to ace speaking test, acing speaking test, how to do better. Okay, these are a few of my tips for you. Number one, it is important. It is, I would say, uh, it is important for you to focus on your experience because you don't have much time to speak actually. If you have practiced with your teacher or you have gone through a trial exam, okay, before this, you know that we have 3 parts in the test: part 1, part 2, part 3, right? And for each of these part, you only have about 1 minute, 2 minutes to speak. So focus on your experience, personal experience. Just now somebody said, I'm afraid I couldn't speak fluently sebab takut salah cakap. Okay, your job, students, is when you get a question, how are you going to how are you going to speak about the topic given? Draw in your experience within the topic. For example, let's say you're given a topic, talk about your favorite movie. So this is the time when you think of or you reflect on your own favorite movie. But now this is what I want to come into, which is important. You are sitting for an examination, all from 5 students. You know the exam is next week. By right now, you should already be doing your preparation. Okay, you should be doing your preparation, meaning to say, I'm very sure many teachers have advised this. Okay, sama ada you buat tak buat saja. Okay, you should, okay, students, you have to plan, okay, or have some answers for a few different topics. I will come to this later after this, yeah. But I want you to know that tip number 1 is focus on experience. Experience ni is like on what you see, based on what you see, you have seen, yeah, what you have seen, okay, what you have uh, listened to, for example, all these things. Okay, tip number 2, don't worry about your examiner's opinion. This one is very important. Sometimes I find that students are so nervous when they go in front of their teacher or the interlocutor and suddenly they just got stuck because they are worrying so much about what us, the assessor and also the interlocutor would be thinking. Tolonglah, please, just speak. Whatever given to you, just speak. Just talk about whatever. Don't worry about what am I getting marks for grammar, for vocabulary? Don't think about that. Most importantly, you are able to deliver your points clearly, right? And number three, okay, this is also very important. I like this, okay. The key to acing the speaking test is to strike the balance between adequate preparation, meaning be prepared. This is exam. You are going to sit for SPM examination. You must be adequately prepared. You must be prepared. And how to prepare yourself? These are among the things that we are going to talk about tonight. All right. And also look here. Your goal is to sound as natural as possible. You don't have to create any accent or slang, no need. All right, be yourself. Let's say you get a topic, the person you admire, so think of a person you admire, dan sepatutnya from now you already have a few topics where you have standby, you stand by some topic with elaboration and points, okay, which I said I will come back and show you how to do it, right? So person you admire, let's say you want to talk about an artist, a celebrity, K-pop artist maybe, or maybe your own parents or whatever. Okay. So far, are you able to follow me? Can I please have some answers in the chat box? Are you able to follow me? Just say yes or no, yes or no. Are you okay, guys? Or are you all falling asleep already? Please, just focus on me. Do not play games or online games or anything. Okay, thank you. Don't be distracted. Listen to me. All right, next. How can you improve your speaking performance? Okay, how to improve your speaking performance? Okay. Kiao Yu Wong said, of course. Thank you, my dear. Okay, how can you improve your speaking performance? Okay, number one, when you talk, when you speak, you express your ideas. Please make sure your ideas are expressed clearly, and you would be able, you can be easily understood. All right, when you express your ideas, so make sure that what you are saying is in your what you are saying is like clearly said, articulated. All right, many students I find, um, the way they articulate, they don't even open their mouth, for example. Okay, they don't even open your mouth. So when you come in front to the desk, so you greet your assessor and interlocutor. Assalamualaikum, good morning teacher, okay, hi, something like that. Greet first. Can we sit down? And then your interlocutor will say, yes, please take a seat. You sit down, right? And then your interlocutor will start asking you some things, which I will show you after this. So when you talk, make sure your ideas are expressed clearly. Now, vocabulary related to the topic. What topic did you get? For example, your topic is about healthy eating, or maybe what outdoor activity that you like to do. So use vocabulary related to the topic. All right. Okay, I think all this you do understand. I want to highlight linking words and phrases. Linking words or connectors. Hold on, yeah. Okay, connectors. Linking words, connectors, cohesive devices. Your teachers have been asking you to use all this in writing, okay, in essay writing, in writing paper. Now, when we speak, we also have to use connectors and linking words. You cannot just tell a story without first, next, furthermore. Other than that, you also have to use all these linking words and phrases. Okay, the last one, be wary of time. What I want to try and emphasize here is, honestly, students, you don't have much time to speak. Part two, you only have 1 minute. Part two, you only have 1 minute to speak about the topic that you're given. And 1 minute really goes by very quickly. Okay, you can even try. Take your phone or something, okay, just try and time yourself for 1 minute. And therefore, in that 1 minute, honestly, we would like to hear as many things as possible, because we're giving you scores. We are giving you marks. So if, let's say, in that 1 minute you pause so much, then how are we going to grade you? How are we going to give you scores or marks? So try and speak as much as possible, yeah, in that 1 minute. All right, we'll go there after this. I just want to look at the fundamentals of speaking, what to do to ace speaking, for example. Okay, so now we are coming to part one of the speaking test. Okay, we don't have much time tonight. We are only here until 10:45, and I plan to do speaking and writing actually. So let's just take a look at what I have here. Part one. Okay, before I show you what is in part 1, can you please tell me what is it in part 1? Type in the chat box. In part 1, what do you do in part 1? What do you do in part 1? Okay, come on, tell me. What do you do in part 1? Part 1 of the speaking exam? Introduction, Asher said. Okay, all right, come on, some more. I'm waiting for responses. If not, I'll be bored here talking to myself to the screen. All right, so you talk to me. And let's say, although you cannot speak to me, okay, but you just type. Some more? Part 1. What do we have in part 1? Okay. Closing. What kind of closing, I wonder? Introduction, says Rasha. Anything else? What else in part 1? Okay, do you remember this? In part 1, it is like a warm-up stage for the students, for candidates. It is a warm-up stage for candidates. Can you see on my screen or not? I hope it's big enough, yeah? Okay. There are two phases. Phase 1, part 1. In part 1, there are two phases, phase 1, phase 2, where the interlocutor will ask you questions about yourself, number 1, and then questions about your daily routine. Maybe 1 or 2 questions about yourself, maybe 1 or 2 questions about your daily routine. Now, in part 1, it is about getting you to warm up. You know, you come, you smile. Please just sit down in front of us, smile. Hi, okay, greet us, and then we say hello, and then we'll tell you to take a seat, and then you sit down, and then we'll say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Of course, good morning lah, right? For sidang satu, probably the one who's doing the exam at 2 o'clock in the afternoon will say good afternoon. And you reply back, okay? You reply and say good morning, so forth and so on. Now, the interlocutor will ask you questions like, okay, take a look here. What is your name? Right? Where do you live? Not all, yeah? Not all these questions. We are just going to choose 1 or 2, right? And you answer. Okay, now, in part 1, this is the easiest part because this is just the starter, all right? This is the appetizer, the starter. So, can you please make or create a bit of an impression when you talk to us? When we ask you, what is your name? Don't just answer, Alisha, example. What is your name? Daniel. Give us the full sentence. Hi, teacher. My name is Alia Natasha, example. Yeah. And where do you live, Alia Natasha? The interlocutor would say, this is the part that I would like to emphasize. Students, many a times, yeah, you always mix up in, at, and on. I would like to highlight this in our discussion tonight, okay, because this would be useful even in writing. In, at, and on. How to use in, at, and on. Sometimes you would say, I live, example, yeah, I live at Tapa. All right. So I live in Tapa or I live at Tapa. So when and how do we use in, at, and on, right? Which I will share with you after this. Before that, I just want to go through the questions first. All right. I come from, let's say the interlocutor asks, where do you come from? I come from Kampung, whatever. Kampung, Pantai, whatever. Example, okay? I come from, let's say I come from Manjong, Perak. I come from Sri Kota, Perak, example. Okay, how many siblings do you have? I have 4 siblings. So please, what I'm doing here now, what you can do, students, just quickly scribble down all these answers and prepare. Please, for part 1, is the simplest, the easiest. Takkan tak boleh jawab my name is what and what. Okay, don't tell me you cannot answer. And there is nothing to be nervous about answering this very simple question. What is your hobby? For example, this one. What is your hobby? My hobby is reading. My hobby is playing online games, for example. Okay, as we are preparing for exam, sometimes what you answer may not be the full truth. Meaning to say, you don't really have to give answers which is like what you really like, because this is a test. The interlocutor and the assessors, we are not much interested whether it's really your hobby or not. You can just tell us anything which is easy for you to answer. That is one thing I would like to highlight. Okay, for example, Okay, some students they live, yeah, some students they live in a hostel or they go to a boarding school. This would apply to my own students. So when they answer this question, how do you come to school, they got stuck. It's like unnecessarily getting stuck. When I ask them, okay, how do you come to school, they go like, we, it's like, I come to school by, and they got stuck. It's like you can just say, I come to school by car, no problem. I come to school by bus. I come to school on foot, berjalan kaki, on foot. I come to school on foot. Example. Okay, so these are the things that I want you to know. We are not going to check, oh really, you come to school by bus, okay, call your mother and see, really come to school by bus. No. Okay, so please don't get panic attacks unnecessarily. Okay, this is just a language test where we want to see how you are capable of giving us answers. Whether it's really true or not, we are not going to check, right? Example, how many siblings do you have? Let's say you are the only child. Let's say, let's say you are the only child, but the question is, how many siblings do you have? And this is what happens to many students. I find they go like, alamak, I don't have siblings lah. And then they got stuck for 1 minute. You just say, I have 2 siblings. Done enough. We are not going to call your dad and ask, does this guy have 2 siblings? Okay. Do I make myself clear? Can you please say yes or no or not? Or else I'll be like talking to the screen alone on my own. Okay. So these are just like I'm trying to set some basics first. Yeah. Do not get stuck or do not get, I would say, panic or scared unnecessarily. Relax. Simple questions, answer. Okay, for phase 2, these are the questions about your daily routine here, yeah? This one, daily routine. How do you spend your leisure time? For example, what do you do after school? Here, I have given you some structure. Please take them. Okay, how do you spend your leisure time? For your preparation for exam, you can just say, during my leisure time, during my leisure time, I always do what? All right. I spend my leisure time by, okay, here, I spend my leisure time by reading storybooks. Example, storybooks. Okay. During my leisure time, I always what? Okay, whatever you want to do. From now, as preparation, you have to already have the answers for these simple questions. You have to know. If we ask you, what do you like to do? What is your hobby? You already have the answers. Okay. Now, what do you do after school? Okay, this one is interesting. As I said just now, this is only part 1, the easiest part, the simplest part, just to get you started. Okay, warming up to the next parts. So, what do you do after school? If you want to say after school, okay, let's say after school, what do you do after school? I normally do my homework. After school, I here normally do my homework. Okay, I put here HW homework, yeah. But if you want to say I, you can just say I do my homework here. Can you see this dot? So here you can write, I do my homework after coming back from school. Okay, it depends on your sentence structure. So why don't you get it correct now? Okay, if you want to say after school, I normally do my homework. Or another sentence would be, I do my homework after coming back from school. So please get all this correct lah, yeah, because this, as I said, the simplest form of questions for part 1. Okay, this one also another thing. What do you normally do after you wake up? I am not interested to know exactly what you do after you wake up. So don't pause for like 40 seconds, 50 seconds, 1 minute thinking, what do you call that? Thinking of what I do after I wake up. What do I do after I wake up? Just have, what do you do after you wake up? After I wake up, I normally take a bath. After I wake up, I normally perform subuh prayer, for example. Okay, so this is part 1, yeah? Easy. Okay, I'd like to look at prepositions in, on, at, okay, because I find that in, on, at are always mixed up or wrongly used among students. So when we use prepositions in, on, and at, okay, we use them for one to show time, and another one is to show location. Time, location. Okay, you follow my cursor, yeah, my pen. Okay, time and location. For time, it always goes like this, yeah? It always goes like this. We use in for more general reference, something more general. Example, if I say I live in Ipoh, So I do not want to tell you exactly where I live. So I'm just going to say I live in Ipoh. Ipoh is big, so any part of Ipoh, I live in Ipoh. Okay, on would be a little bit more specific. So normally we probably refer to the street, a certain street. I live on the main street. I live on Avenue Street. I live on Chempaka Street, example. Okay, let's say Chempaka Street I live on. Yeah, so it's like the whole street. You are probably living in one of the houses on that street. Now, at is very specific. Okay, at is very specific. So for at, we normally give an address. Example, I live at 12. Okay, Chempaka Street, Ipoh Perak. Example, yeah. So this is how you use at. So just now, for the question, where do you live? Okay, I would say, to be safe, just say I live in Manjung. I live in Sri Kota. Okay, I live in Ipoh. I think that would be fine. That would be good enough. If you're not sure to use in, on, or at. Okay. Okay, so this is how we use in, on, at. Yeah. So again, remember that in is slightly, it's more general. Okay, bigger idea. We refer to a country. Okay, I live in Malaysia. I live in Malaysia, for example. I live in Ipoh. Okay, a certain neighborhood. For on is more to where you talk about a line, like along the line. So it's like a street or an avenue. Now for at, it's a more specific location. Yeah, for at, we use at for a more specific location. Right. Next. Okay, part one. So, are you familiar with this? I think you are. Okay, I think you should be, because you all have gone through many practices and all. Part one, as I said just now, in whatever questions that are going to come out, yeah, for exam next week, for part one, they should be simple, asking for your name, asking where do you live, how many siblings do you have, and all that. And sometimes it could be this as well. Okay, what clubs or societies do you join in school? So please answer. I joined the Red Crescent Society in school. Example, yeah. What clubs? What do you like about your school? What do you like about your school? I like my school canteen very much, because give a reason. What do you like about your school? I like my school canteen very much because there are a lot of foods. There are a lot of food sold during recess. Example. Okay. Again, simple part one. Okay. Now let's take a look at part two. Okay. Let's take a look at part two. Now, part two is where each candidate is given a topic. All right, a topic. You know, you have candidate A and candidate B, you and your partner. Okay, so let's take a look at this question, for example, an outdoor activity. Talk about an outdoor activity that you like. You should say what activity it is. Okay, these are your prompts. Actually, prompts means to help you in your speech. So talk about an outdoor activity that you like. Okay, so your interlocutor will say, I'd like you to talk about an outdoor activity that you like. First, you have some time to think about what you are going to say. So how long are you given? Students, answer me. How long are you given to prepare? Can you please type in the chat box? How long are you given to prepare? The answer is already there on the screen. Yes, 20 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds only. So basically, yes, when your interlocutor says first you have some time to think, just 20 seconds. Okay, so how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you talk about an outdoor activity? Number one, of course, you must know what the activity is. What is it that you like to talk about? What is an outdoor activity? There are so many, right? Cycling, jogging, hiking, camping, maybe. So depends. But my advice is choose something that is easy for you to speak and something that you have a lot of ideas. So for exam preparation, this is what I said. Outdoor favorite activity should be, okay, I'm going to write down. Favorite activity should be one of your topic that you should prepare. Favorite activity. Okay, favorite activity, outdoor activity. What do you like to do? Okay, what do you like to do? So let's take a look at all this. Because this is a online um, lesson sharing, yeah, I cannot actually listen to you. If I were to do this like face to face, then I can really listen to what you have to say. Okay, please type for me in the chat box, what is your favorite outdoor activity? Can you please write? I want to see. Talk about an outdoor activity that you like. Okay, can you please respond to this question? Type now in the chat box, what outdoor activity that you like to do? Please type, students. Badminton, football. Some more. I'm looking at your answers now. Badminton, football, shopping can, teacher. Outdoor activity. When we say outdoor activity, Yagani, it is more to physical activity which requires you to play and all that. Yeah, shopping is also physical. I know, but then shopping, very interesting question. Talk about an outdoor activity, but it's more like playing or doing something. Okay, sports. Yes, Yagani, correct. Okay, students, I can see your responses now. You wrote there. You said badminton, football. Okay, when you answer your interlocutor, janganlah bagi that name only. For example, an outdoor activity that I like to do. Okay, how do you answer this? Listen carefully. When your interlocutor says, okay, now please, you may begin or you may start. Ambil balik, take back the instruction here. See, talk about an outdoor activity. So you say, an outdoor activity that I like to do is, okay, please don't straight away say, please begin. I like badminton. Please lah, people lah, you are sitting for SPM exam. Okay, you are sitting for an SPM speaking exam. Please try to show you are trying to get as I would say as high as much or as many marks as possible, right? So you ambil balik, you take back an outdoor here. An outdoor activity that I like to do is playing badminton, not just badminton. An outdoor activity that I like to do is cycling. Okay, an outdoor activity that I like to do, Asher, is playing football. Don't just say football. Playing football. All right, playing softball. Okay, do you get me or not? Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Don't just give one word, yeah? You have to speak here. You have to give the full, you have to speak in proper sentences. Okay, let's go back here. I want to go back to my earlier tips. Okay, here. Ideas are expressed clearly, all right? Vocabulary related to the topic, all right? Relevant information about the topic. Relevant information about the topic. So these are the things that when you say it, don't just say activity playing badminton. You must make sure you say it's not that difficult. You listen to your interlocutor. Your interlocutor say, think. You may begin. Talk about an outdoor activity that you like. So an outdoor activity that I like to do is playing badminton. Okay. Okay, and then you have to say where you can do the activity. Okay, you use the prompts given. Okay, so that it helps you in your speaking. Okay, let's say playing football. Let's say playing football. Okay, an outdoor activity that I like to do is playing football. Firstly, okay, use connector. Don't forget to use linker. Linker. And these linkers, when used appropriately, you can actually how do I put this? Buy some time. Sometimes you're thinking, right? So you're like, firstly, 2 seconds. So in that 2 seconds, you can actually think of what you want to say. Okay, firstly, I play football with my friends in the evening. I normally play at the park. Okay, where can you do the activity, right? When playing football, we only need a goalpost, 2 goalposts, and just one a football, a ball, to play the game. For example, what equipment? I really believe that by playing football, it helps me to be active. It helps me to stay healthy, and I love playing football because football is a very famous game among boys. Example. Okay, remember from beginning I said when you speak, talk from your experience. Actually, speaking exam is not so rigid. It's not so rigid. kami tak adalah nak tengok you 100% following this. Not exactly. Okay. This guide, I call this as the guide. These prompts or this one just to guide you. But let's say you want to tell us about your experience playing football, go ahead. Because the question is talk about an outdoor activity that you like. So for example, okay, thank you, you said, an outdoor activity that I like is playing football. I really love playing football, or I really love to play football because I am a big fan of what? Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, for example. I remember during the World Cup event, I stayed up every night, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you can also bring in your experience, very important. Okay, tell us a story. Tak ada masalah, no problem. Okay, and of course lah, you use this to help you with other points. So you use linkers like other than that, furthermore, okay, and to help you with more things to say. So do not be so tied down to only this, only what you see in the booklet. Okay, please share with us your personal experience, share with us your opinion as well. Okay, is that clear? Okay or not? Okay or not? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you all sleeping? Okay, let's take a look at this example. Okay, this looks like long. Okay, and it's like, teacher, can I say all these things during the exam? Do I have the time? 1 minute, okay. Okay, this is an example. So I want to give a good example. Okay, my favorite outdoor activity is jogging. Okay, my favorite outdoor activity is jogging. So you see, you start off by saying an outdoor activity that you like, right? So my favorite outdoor activity is jogging. It's a kind of running. Okay, this one is what we call the definition, but depends lah. If you do not want to say this, no problem. Yes. Um, it's a kind of running at a slow or leisurely pace that helps to build up your physical fitness. Okay, a little bit. And then I prefer to go jogging in open spaces like parks or lakesides. There, I get to enjoy some fresh air and watch people doing various types of physical activities such as running, aerobic exercises, and playing badminton. Okay, example. Next, okay, because I want to answer to this question. Okay, where you can do the activity. Next, I normally go jogging in the morning with my close friend or in the evening after a tiring school day. Okay, this is what you do, all about your personal experience. And finally, I love jogging because reasons. Reasons why you like to do it. I love jogging because it's beneficial to our health and it does not require as much stamina, blah, 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 blah. Okay, just read on your own. I just prepared this to give a suggestion. Okay, when it comes to doing outdoor activity, please choose something that you are familiar with. Okay, don't talk about an activity that you do not know. All right, so all the speaking or content, whatever your speech is about, please talk about something that you are comfortable with, you are familiar with. Do I make myself clear? Okay, so this is example. Okay, any other questions before I move on? And don't forget, let's say this is a question for candidate A. Okay, question for candidate A. So candidate B, you are waiting for a question to be thrown to you. Okay, awak akan dapat soalan, candidate B, you akan dapat soalan about candidate A's topic. So let's say this is about outdoor activity. Very sure, your question is going to be something like, okay, candidate B, what outdoor activity that you like? So you bagilah satu. I like to play badminton because why? I admire top badminton players in our country like Datuk Lee Chong Wei. Example. Okay, so please, as you listen to your friend or candidate A talking, giving his idea about his topic, you must prepare yourself. Candidate B, prepare yourself with one question. You tahu, definitely the interlocutor will ask you something similar related to candidate A's topic. Alright? Okay. Can we move on? Yes, yes, no, no? Part 2 again. Okay, still part 2. So this is candidate B. Let's say this is candidate B's topic, festival. Talk about a festival you had celebrated recently. Okay, another tip from me. Okay, let's take a look here, yeah. Just now, okay, take a look. For this one, for this, for this question, candidate A's question, an outdoor activity, are you using present tense or past tense? when you speak? What do you think? Write down for me, please, in the chat box. Please write down for me in the chat box. Present tense or past tense? I think the students are pretty sleepy tonight, I think. Come on, tell me. Talk about an outdoor activity. Past tense. Asha said past tense. Talk about an activity that you like. Okay, Asha says past tense. Okay, never mind. Some more? The rest of you, tell me, are you using present tense or past tense to talk about this topic? Present. Uni says present. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? Brave souls. Come on. Present. Okay. Thank you very much, students. Yes, this one we use present tense. Why? Why? Shahir, why? Namita Sri, why? Why do you say present? Why do you say present tense? Give me a reason. Anyone? Anyone would like to try? Why? Okay, present, but why? Present tense, correct, but why? Not past tense, yeah, here? Okay, people, take a look, yeah? Okay, just now somebody said past tense. I'm not saying that it's not accurate, yes, but then I want you to learn here. Okay, you see, an outdoor activity that you like is not something that is in the past. Okay, dia bukannya perkara yang last time je you suka. This question asks about something that you like to do now and forever kind of thing. What is it that you like? If I ask you, what is your hobby? You don't say my hobby was, you say my hobby is. Okay, you're talking about something that is that happens to you is what happening to you at current situation. Okay, so here, even from the guide here, the prompts, it could help you give some tips or to use present or past. How? You see, you should say what activity it is present here, where you can do, what equipment you need. All these are actually showing you that you use present tense. However, for this one, this question, okay, take a look at this question. Talk about a festival you had celebrated recently. Are we using present or past here? Are we using present or past tense, students? Come on, type your answer. Past, correct, Namita Sri. Why? Asher, thank you. Past, correct. Why? Why? Recently, this has already happened. Already happened. Dah jadi. Okay. You had, look at the word had. Talk about a festival you had celebrated recently. Telah celebrate in Malay would be raikan, yeah? You had celebrated. So this is definitely using past tense or past form. And take a look at the prompts given also in past form. What festival it was, how you celebrated it, if you enjoyed yourself, why. Okay, so you see, this one is like telling a story, correct, Ayuni? It already happened, yeah? So like this, when you talk, when you speak about it, it's like telling a story of something that already happened. So you cannot say, for example, yeah, a festival that I like is, let's say lah, for me, because I celebrate Hari Raya Aidilfitri, so I know about it a lot. Let's say you're a Chinese student, of course you talk about your festival, maybe Chinese New Year. If you celebrate Christmas, talk about Christmas. Don't talk about a festival that you are not sure of. Understand? Talk about festivals that you are familiar with. So for me, I'm very familiar with Hari Raya Aidilfitri. So I'm going to say a festival that I had celebrated recently was. Okay, ingat ya, ambil balik sini. A festival, when you start speaking, okay, when your teacher say, please begin, please start. A festival, here you tukar pada I lah, because you're talking about yourself. A festival I had celebrated recently was Hari Raya Aidilfitri. Okay, and how you celebrated. Talk about it. Say whatever you want to say about your celebration. If it's Deepavali, Deepavali. Okay, if it's maybe recently, the recent festival. What was the recent festival? Somebody please type. What was the recent festival we just had? I'm waiting. What was the we just celebrated Malaysians. Chinese New Year was much earlier. Only this week. What was the celebration that we just celebrated as a Malaysia, as Malaysians? Chinese New Year was earlier. Valentine's Day. Aduh, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is not actually a festival. We don't say it's a festival. Okay, it's more of a, what is it actually? Is it a festival? No, I don't think it's a festival. Taipusam, yes, Taipusam. Okay, Chinese New Year, Taipusam, Hari Raya, Christmas, Deepavali. These are all we categorize them as festival. We don't say Valentine's Day as festival. I don't think so. Okay, it's more of a celebration, betul, but it's not even actually in our culture. Put it that way, yeah. Okay. All right. So here, um, let's take a look at the sample given then, yeah. Let's take a look at the sample. Because I celebrate Hari Raya, Aidilfitri, so I'm going to talk about Aidilfitri. If you are familiar, you celebrate. Can we say Hari Raya even though it's like 6 months past? Yes, you can. No problem. No problem. Okay, because the question says recently. I understand recently, but Hari Raya was way back. So no problem because we is something that you are very familiar with, right? So I honestly I don't think there's a problem as long as you're talking about a festival. Okay. Okay, the festival that I had celebrated was Aidilfitri, which was a celebration. You can read, people. You can read. It's quite long. Honestly, I don't think when you speak, you're going to have so much. So I would say the content is going to be so. I would say how do I put it? So much as this, but never mind. This is just for us to prepare ourselves, right? When you talk about festival celebrations, okay, talk about what you do. Again, experience. Draw your experience. That is why I said when you speak, when you talk about something, always talk about something that you know so much. Let's say talk about a person you admire. Talk about a person you admire. Don't talk about someone who somebody else's admires. You understand? Okay, so this is an example. I'm not going to pesta buku. Festival celebration. No. That one is totally a different thing. Dana. Pesta buku or book, what do you call that? Book festival. Okay, let's take a look at the question again, yeah? But that's a good question actually. Okay, let's take a look. Talk about festival you had celebrated. Celebrated. Okay. Book festival is not something you celebrated. Book festival is something that you went to, you joined in or attended. Okay, celebrate ni kita rayakan, perayaan. Okay, so the perayaan normally something to do with cultural and all that. So be safe, yeah. Be safe and talk about the famous festivals in Malaysia. You can talk about Hari Gawai, you can talk about Cap Gome, all right? Okay, normally we talk about this, okay? Right. So this is one example, okay? You all are in front of your laptops and also in front of your smartphones, so you can just screenshot, okay? You don't have to copy now, no need. You can just screenshot. Later, maybe you would like to take a look at them again. Okay, part 3. Okay, it's already 9:48. It's going to be 9:50. We are going to finish in 1 hour. Tonight, I want to do 2 things, speaking and writing. Okay, so I want to go to part 3, yeah? Okay, part 3. Okay, let's take a look at part 3. What do we have in part 3? Can somebody please type? What do we have in part 3? What kind of question? What must you do? Okay, very easy question. What must you do in part 3? Type, please, your answers in the chat box. What must you do? Discussion, very good. Very good. Between the two of you, you and your partner, candidate A, candidate B. Yes, discuss. Yes, so you have to do a discussion. You have to speak and present your ideas in a form of a discussion. So, kalau discussion, janganlah you cakap, you candidate A cakap, and then candidate B cakap. It's like you are talking individually. Right? Have a discussion. It's like you're playing badminton. You serve the shuttle, and then the other friend return your what do you call that, your shuttle. It's like ping pong as well. So you're supposed to have a good discussion, right? So how do we do this? Okay, let's say this is a question you get. Why do we need friends? Okay, people, why do we need friends? How many bullets here? How many circles? How many points here? We have one. Hold on. We have one. We have two, three, four, five, six. We have like six points here given. One candidate. How many are you going to talk about? How many are you going to speak on? Tell me. The candidate A, candidate B. How many are you going to talk about? Are you going to talk about all six of them? Are you going to talk about all six of them? Yes or no? Three each. Asher says three each. Even three is actually a lot, because honestly, you only have here for this part three, you only have 2 minutes, Okay, remember my tip just now? I said be wary of time. Be wary of time means be careful of timing, because the interlocutor will time you. Yeah, you have 2 minutes. So between you and your partner, you have to speak about 1 minute each. Honestly, I think three is quite a lot, unless you can speak very fast. Of course, you can pop, 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 pop. Okay, fine. But even if you can speak about 1 and 2, should be good enough. However, do elaborate. Okay, do elaborate. So why do we need friends? Okay, now this is where I want to go next. Yeah. Okay, macam mana nak? Okay, wait. I want to exit here first. I want to go to my power. No. Sorry. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay. Okay, here. Okay, let's take a look on the screen right now. Yeah. This is part 3, discussion in pairs. Okay, now how do you do it, students? Okay, this is I would say an example or a layout, right? We don't need to touch all of 6 of them. Ashley said, no need. You don't have to. No, not necessarily. They give you 6 so that, Asher, they give you 6 so that you can choose which one you are more familiar with. So you don't have to talk about all 6 because you don't have time. 2 minutes for 2 of you, for both of you. So honestly, one student has only about, one candidate only has about 1 minute. Okay, so this is how you do it. For example, start something like this. Hello, let's say your friend's name is Abu. I give example, Abu. Okay, I'm going to write. Let's say, hello, Abu. And then your Abu, the candidate B, say, oh, hi, Daniel. Example, yeah. Okay, hi, Daniel. All right. Okay, now, candidate A says, okay, Daniel says, let's talk about what? Okay, let's take a look at my slide again just now. What is it that you're supposed to talk about? Let's talk about why do we need friends. This is how you start. Remember, discussion between you is like a sparring thing. Not just one person say everything for 1 minute and then pass to the other person, say 1 minute. That won't be very, I would say, interesting. Okay, sorry. I go back to, I don't even know where are my slides. Okay, here. So let's talk about why do we need friends. Okay, let's talk about why do we need friends. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, right? Because here you state the topic, you give some background context. State the topic. What is the topic just now? Why do we need friends? This one very simple. Hello, Abu. Hi, Daniel. Let's talk about why do we need friends. Okay, so candidate B says, I think, okay, here I give you a few suggestions. You can give opinion, reason. Okay, you can give opinion or reason. I think apa ni? I think ni. This one. I think, choose one. Now you choose one. Asher, which one would you like to choose? The first point. Why do we need friends? Okay, please choose one, Asher. Tell me. Okay, which point would you like to start off with? Emotional support. Okay, emotional support. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, emotional support. All right, so we go back here. I think we need friends. Okay, tengok sini ya. We need friends. Having friends. Having friends is a good idea because they give us emotional support. Okay, emotional support. You see, you are using People, look at me, look at me. You are using the first point, emotional support, when your friend in your what do you call that, in your conversation, you say, I think having friends, or we need friends because they give us emotional support. Okay, all right. And then you can also elaborate some more lah, not just like don't need, maybe elaborate. Give, when I say elaborate here, it means give example. When I say elaborate, give example. For example, you masukkan for example. Okay, it's okay. Let me start again, yeah. I think we need friends, or having friends is a good idea because they give us emotional support. For example, when we are sad about something, they are there to comfort us. Nampak tak? Contoh, you give example. Then you say to your candidate B, friend, do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Okay, do you agree with me? You ask. Candidate A will reply, I agree, or I don't really agree. I agree. Yes, I agree. I also feel that we need friends so that they can give us motivation. We need a lot of motivation in our life so that we can do better in our studies, in our academic, and also we can be successful in life. Example, I'm giving example. So what you can do is you talk about one point, you start off, you talk about one point, you give example, and then you ask your friend, what do you think? Okay, and then your friend will agree or disagree with you, and then he or she gives another point. All right, and then you can also add in. Okay, add in another point, tambah. So you say, let's say candidate B just now, Abu, right? Okay, Abu, can I add in another idea? Okay, so that'll be very interesting because this is supposed to be a discussion. A discussion means you do sparring with one another. Okay, let's say you say, next, other than that, I also believe that when we have friends, it can reduce our stress over a lot of things, some and so on and so forth. So people, what I'm showing you right now is an example of how part 3 discussion should happen. Okay, I agree with you, I don't agree with you, this is a good idea, so this is how it should happen. Okay, you can screenshot this if you're using your mobile gadgets and all that, and you can try and practice this with your friend or the partner for the exam. What you can do is you go on the internet. There are a lot of speaking papers available from trial exam, from different states. So try this out. Okay, so this is what I feel. Okay, next. What are the useful expressions that we can use? These are some of the useful expressions that you can use. Take a look. Okay, take a look. These are some of the useful expressions that we can use. First, greet your partner. How you want to state and open the discussion. Let's talk about. Let's begin. Okay, today we are going to talk about. You can start like that. For example, okay, hi Abu, hi Ali. Example, yeah. Okay, let's start talking about let's talk about our topic today, which is whatever. Okay. Give opinion and reasons. Look at all this. My opinion is, for me, I think that. Now, if you're looking at the screen at the moment, why don't you jot down some? Don't take everything. Maybe for this category, for this one, for number 2, you copy 2. Maybe for this category, you copy another 2. Okay, you don't have to take down everything. Or if you can screenshot, then you screenshot. No problem. Okay, so this is how you agree and disagree, yeah? Okay, how do you ask your partner, how about you? What do you think? How about you? What do you think? Your friend say, I think you are right. But, okay, you nak bawa satu point lagi kan? You want to bring in another point. I think you are right. I believe in you. But I also think we need friends because to prevent loneliness. Example. Remember, you each have about 1 minute, lah. Because this task, part 3, discussion part, you are given 2 minutes. So about 1 minute each. And 1 minute is really short actually. Trust me. You try with your partner, with your friend and see how. Okay, you will find that you honestly don't have much time. That is why when we do speaking exam, please avoid fillers. Fillers means and then you get stuck and you get quiet. And then 1 minute is over. So how are we, the assessors, going to give you marks or scores? Okay, if you don't say much, how are we going to give you the marks that you deserve, right? So please, I said, don't be scared unnecessarily, because our exam, we have all these given what do you call it, prompts, yeah, keywords. Okay, all you have to do is use them, right? And a bit of a tip. Okay, a bit of a tip. You see, all these are in the form of noun. Emotional support, motivation. You need a verb. Okay, you need a verb. What do I mean by a verb here? What do you mean by, for example, we must have friends. For example, we must have friends. I better write properly. Hold on, sorry. Okay, I'm putting down. We must have friends, or we need friends. Okay, we must have, or we need friends to give us the emotional support. Okay. Okay, why am I saying this? Okay, you see the verb give. Tak boleh sebut. Cannot just say, oh, we need friends, emotional support. Doesn't make sense, right? So we need friends to give us emotional support. We need friends to give us strong motivation or to motivate us. Okay, that kind of thing. We need friends to what? Okay, how do you say this? Can you please type for me this point? Fun. Type for me. How do you want to say? We need friends. Fun. Complete the sentence for me, please. All of you watching right now. It's 10 o'clock already. I have only 45 minutes to go for writing. Okay, come on. Write for me the sentence about we need friends. Fun. Okay. Please do it now. I hope. We need friends so that we can have fun with them. Good, Namita Sri. We need to have friends to have fun together. Excellent, Asher. Ni dua orang je lah ni responding to me. What about the rest of you? Come on, try. Yes, correct. Okay, so you have to form that you have to form the complete sentence when you speak. Okay, Asher says, such as playing football together. Yes, Asher, now listen. We need to have friends to have fun together. For example, put in the linker. For example, to play football together in the evening. If not, you are playing alone, there is no fun. Example. Okay? Jin Kiat Hong said, we need friends as we can fun together with chilling. Something is a bit off with that structure. We need friends as we can fun. We need friends so we can have fun together. All right? Kiat Hong, we need friends. You write down, we need friends so that we can have fun together. Okay? Okay, Ayuni says, to have fun together when we stress. Alamak, apa tu ya? To have fun together when we stress. Okay, Ayuni, let's rephrase the sentence. Okay, let's rephrase the sentence. Ayuni, we need friends so that we can have fun together when we are stressful. Okay, I'm going to type for you. I'm going to type for you. No, I'm going to write for you. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to write down here for you. Ayuni, look here. Ayuni said just now, what did she say? She said, okay, we can have fun together with friends. Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait. What did she say? To have fun together when we are stressful or stressed out. Okay, students, Form 5, listen to me. The word stress, many of you normally are not able to handle well. Tengok, listen, stress, stress is a noun. It's a noun. Okay, so you cannot just say, teacher, I'm stressed. You say, teacher, I'm stressed. Only like this, no. Teacher, I'm stressful, the adjective. I'm stressful, let's say, I'm stressful. Or I'm stressed. Okay, now these are adjectives. This one is a noun. Okay, so this is how you do it. All right. Okay, you're going to say we need to have friends to have fun together and to forget sadness. Good, very good. Okay, you see people, you can write well. You can write there in the chat box. But remember, this is speaking exam. This is speaking test. You need to say it out. So sometimes, and speaking is always faster than writing. Yes or no? Writing, we can erase, right? We can always rephrase the sentence. But speaking, it comes out like that, right? Okay, I'm really coming to an end with this speaking. I want to go into writing. Let's just recap some writing elements, Let's recap some writing elements. Okay, now let me see what do I have. I'm over with I'm okay, I'm over with speaking, honestly. I have a lot more to deliver, but you must understand we only have 2 hours. And tonight is not like teaching A to Z. Tonight is not about teaching A to Z. Tonight is about recalling, okay, and trying to see how can we improve some ideas. So that is why I cannot give you so many things. Although I want to, actually, I have a lot to share with you, but I can't. But what you can do here, people, take a look at this one. I think this one would be helpful. Okay, why don't you screenshot all this? Okay, the discussion pairs. Or I think you can also find this in, if I'm not mistaken, in Ticket to Victory. For Perak State, we have a module, Ticket to Victory. So this one would be very helpful for you to prepare or practice your discussion for part 3. And remember, last tips for speaking. When you speak, number 1, please talk about something you are familiar about. Number 2, draw from your personal experience. Very important. Draw from your personal experience. And number 3, if let's say you get a question or a topic you are not so familiar with, okay, I cannot think of anything at the moment. Let's say it's not so familiar. Okay, or like this. Let's say this is one topic about, talk about your, part 2, talk about your personal experience um, in an emergency situation. Okay, listen. Talk about a personal experience in an emergency situation. Okay, and then you like, alamak, I never experienced emergency, man. I don't even know what emergency. Okay, so you may not have that personal experience with emergency, but you know what is an emergency, right? What is an emergency? Write down for me. Example of emergency situation. Write down for me, please. Write down for me in the chat box. Okay, emergency situation. What do you know about? Example. Let's say question is, talk about someone dies, emergency. Okay, some more. Oh, this one's quite I would say heavy, heavy topic. Someone dies is a very heavy topic. All right, talk about your experience in an emergency situation. Example, and you never have that kind of situation before. You never experience, but you know what is an emergency situation. Okay, write down for me, please. Ayuni, Yagani, Jit Kyong, all of you there now. Write for me. What is an example of an emergency situation? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Are you all thinking? Hard. Hard. Okay, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's right. But can you please bring to a student level a bit? This one a bit of a very high level. Student level emergency in school. What happens in an emergency situation, involving students? A car crash. Oh dear, my goodness. A more student level. Stalker accident. Oh my goodness. I don't know whether you all have experienced this or not. Student in school. What can be our emergency situation? Come on. Accident. What kind of accident? Ayuni? Or unknown stalker? Fainted. Good. Anoni Aswadi. I'm looking at a situation where it is more student level. Why? Easier for you to talk about. Okay, easier for you to speak. Let's say fainting, pengsan. Talk about an emergency and you experience you have had or you have faced in an emergency situation. So let's say you never experience emergency, but sometimes in school students fainted, right? Sports day, remember sports day, sometimes students have injuries, they break their leg or something when running. All those are emergencies as well. So you can talk about based on other people's experience or on what you have seen, not necessarily what you have or have not experienced. Okay, fire. Okay, Namita should say fire. Okay, fine, fire. Maybe fire in school or something, right? So talk about this. But you talk about car crash, someone dies. Sometimes you may not have that personal experience. So when you have not that personal experience, you do not know what to say. So I've always advised my students, please look around you, something closer to you. I think fainting is very normal. Students faint a lot of times, sometimes. And what kind of other emergencies? Maybe when they fall down, break something, then you can talk about it. Example, yeah? Okay, I think that's all. I want to talk about speaking at the moment. I want to move to writing. So before I end speaking, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Any questions before I end? I want to end our speaking paper. Okay, all the tips and all. I want to go into writing now. Any questions? What if we have other ideas than what's given? Talk about it, Asher. No problem. Okay, that's what I was talking about earlier. Okay, remember not I said just now. Example this one, right? Okay, not necessarily it's just about this. Let's say you said about playing football, and then you want to talk about your personal experience playing football at national level. Go ahead. Okay, do you understand? Okay, let's say you have personal. Go ahead. All right, you just tell us as well. Tell us, because the question is talk about an outdoor activity that you like. So you talk about playing football. You talk about where you play, and then you say, "Let me share with you my personal experience playing football." We would love to hear that. No problem. Okay. All right. In part three, what do you mean by in part three, Asher? Can you please elaborate? What you mean? Different ideas? Oh, you mean different? This one, yeah. You have a different idea for this, different idea for this, different idea for this. Is that what you're saying? Can ask that word we don't know to the friend. Okay, Asher, for part three, please stick to the ones that are given. For part three, okay, let's say, why do we need friends? You have a different idea. Okay, listen, eh? Okay, let's say, here it says friends give emotional support. Okay, Asher, I know what you're saying. Motivation, reduce stress, fun, blah, 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 blah. Let's say you have a different idea why you need friends, something else. All right. I'm not saying that you cannot introduce that, but please talk about at least two of these first. Talk about these two first. Talk at least about two, and then you say, hey, I also have a different idea. I think that we also need friends because of number three. No problem. But at least talk about these two first. Okay? Okay or not? Okay, and Jin Kiat Hong said, can ask that word we don't know to the friend. Okay, honestly, this is a speaking exam. Speaking exam, you cannot ask for meaning of words. Okay, you cannot like, hey, what's the meaning of this? No. But if let's say you don't know, your friends can try and help you in the sense of like, let's say you do not know meaning of this word. Let's say example, you do not know what is reduced stress. Your friend knows it. So between the two of you, you see, you all must pandai interact as well. Pandai interact. So you go like, okay, you take this one. You take, because you don't know. You take this one. Example, right? So try and practice that with a friend. How do I say? Sort of like you tell your friend, if I don't know this, I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about something else. So you point to that bullet or that point in the paper. Okay. All right. Very good. I'm very happy with you all for asking me questions, for talking to me. Can we move on to writing paper now? Can we move on to writing? We have about half an hour left. Tak banyak ni. Half an hour left. Can we move on to writing? Okay. All right. Okay. Actually, writing. Okay. Let's just look at writing. Okay. Writing. Okay. Writing paper, you will sit for this on the 21st of February, right? You start your SPM writing, ujian bertulis on the 20th, BM paper, and 21st is BI. Okay, so just nice lah this week. You listen to me. All these things that I am telling you, all these things that I am sharing with you are not new. Your teachers have said all these things, yeah. Your teachers have already taught you in class. It's just that this is what we call last minute revision. Maybe I would say something new that come across. Okay, so take a look. For SPM writing, people, our writing paper is only 1 hour and 30 minutes, you know. For 3 parts, we have part 1, part 2, email and essay, and part 3. And remember, for part 3, you have to choose one from the 3 options given. There's question for part 3, question 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Yeah, all right. And you have to choose between a story, report, review, or article. Okay, let's go. Okay, and honestly, can you all please type in the chat box? I just want to know, for trial exam, what do you all get? A, B, A minus, A plus, whatever. Can you please type for me in the chat box? I just want to have an overview, because you are not my own students in school. Please type in the chat box. Okay, before that, I want to answer Noni Aswadi. Noni said, out of 6 points, we can only mention 2 is enough. Noni, listen to me. um, if you mention two, actually you can mention one, two, or three, depends. Yeah? But if you mention two, these 2 points are quite well elaborated. Okay, these 2 points, you have examples, you have elaborations, but because you can even actually mention one, but if you mention only one, you have to say a lot of things about one. So better if you say, if you mention two or three, but three, questionable, because you actually only have 1 minute, and 1 minute is short. That is why I said, even if you talk about two main points, you really give a lot of ideas and elaboration and all. Okay, thank you for responding to me. All right. Okay, so many of you are A students already. Okay, good. So people, as you know, email writing is the easiest. Please try and get the highest mark. Email, I'm not going to do email tonight. The email is the easiest. So please make sure you practice, you read more. And more importantly, I want to highlight what are the important things when it comes to writing. Tonight, my intention and I would say, I plan to talk more about part 3, because part 3 is slightly more challenging compared to part 1 and part 2. Okay, now let's go. We only have a half an hour. Okay, take a look. Part 3. So this is how your part 3 looks like. Remember, yeah, I'm not going to discuss email so easy. Part 1, I'm going to look at part 3. SPM part 3, you can choose one out of three. Question 3, 4, or 5. So normally, as I mentioned earlier, it's either you write about a story, report, review, or article. Type for me in the chat box. What is your preference? What do you like to write normally? Is it story, like question number 5? Or is it a report, article, or review? Normally, which one would you prefer to write? Please type for me. Review, okay. Review, all right. Looks like you all have drilled yourself over reviews, yeah. Review, article, says Johan. Okay. Story, okay. We have someone who likes to write a story. Okay, good. Right, let's continue. No problem. Okay. So now, which you like to write depends on you and what your teacher has taught you. I know some students, the teacher said, okay, write review, because review we can sort of like foresee, no problem. Some of you, those who can really write well, you would really prefer to write story, no problem. But what I want to highlight today would be, okay, before I want to look at some general assessment scale very quickly only. You know that, okay, just now I said, for each of these part 1, part 2, part 3, full marks 20, 20, 20. So your paper writing paper is upon 60 marks. If you want to really do well in your English paper, please email at least 18 or 19. And these two, make sure you score more than 15. So then you can really do very well in your writing paper. Okay, now let's take a look. You know that for each part, these are the criteria that the examiner will be looking at. First, content, we say C, 5 marks, full marks. CA, communicative achievement, organization, and language. What are these? What are these? Okay, just take a look at what I have on this slide, on the screen. Very easy. Content means you must fulfill the task. Apa soalan nak, kena jawab. What the keywords or whatever the key questions in the question, you must answer, so that the target reader means the examiner, okay, people who read, we are fully informed. We know exactly what you're saying. Now, communicative achievement is the flow, is the convention of the communicative task, meaning it achieves the communicative aspect when what you write reaches us, the reader. Okay, and this is very important. The reader's attention is held. Now, organization is about the flow of the essay. So, meaning to say, we are looking at the coherence. Coherence means it flows nicely, It's not like you are writing about A and B, suddenly the next sentence is about F. So it should be A, B, C, D, E, and so on and so forth. And ideas are well linked. Finally, language, of course. Language consists of vocabulary, your sentence structure, use of present, past tense, and the accuracy of your spelling. Next, I'm going faster. Okay, so acing an A. How do we ace an A for our writing paper? So very importantly, you must know the fundamentals of an essay structure. Okay, you must know the fundamentals, meaning all essays, part 2, part 3, you must have the introduction, right? You must have the body, paragraph 1, 2, 3, and of course, you must have the conclusion. And what are the content ideas or the content main points for paragraph 1, 2, or 3? Okay, we look after this. Next. Okay. To ace an A, to do a good writing, to write well as well, I would like to see whether you all are familiar with this or not. When you write the introduction, just now we said about introduction, okay lah. Apa ada dalam introduction? What is in the introduction? In the introduction, you must actually have the hook. Hook, hook, like you hook. It's like attention grabber. Attention grabber. And also, you must have actually thesis statement. Okay, I do not know how familiar are you with this. Okay, thesis statement, and in the body paragraph, we know just now, like body paragraph 1, here, 1, 2, 3. So body paragraph 1, 2, 3, each paragraph must have a topic sentence. This one, thesis statement, topic sentence. And you have a varied sentence structure, meaning you have simple, compound, maybe complex structures. Yeah, they are of a variety. I hope you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, write down, tulis dulu, write down what I'm saying. Tomorrow, you go to school and check with your teacher. Ask your teacher. Okay, because we don't have much time tonight. I cannot be telling you everything A to Z. And tonight is not teaching. It's more like recalling, recap, doing a recap. Okay, I want to look at acing and A. Okay, let's take a look, yeah? Understanding. What must you understand? You must understand who is your target reader, types of sentences. Here, I talk about thesis statement. I talk about topic sentence. What are these? We're going to look at after this. Hook. Ini dia hook. Attention grabber. Normally, we write them in the introductory paragraph. Okay, you must understand your examiner reads so many essays, like 200, 300. So, your essay must be outstanding. And normally we create a good impression in the first opening paragraph, in the introduction. Okay, so how do we write an attention grabber? Next, cohesive devices. Don't forget, you need linkers and you need to use the right format and language register. Okay, I want to start with what is a thesis statement first. What is a thesis statement? Wait, I want to see first. What do I have here? Okay, now I want to start with what is a topic sentence. You see, wait, tengok balik, tengok sini. You can screenshot here. Introduction. In the introductory paragraph, you have the hook or the attention grabber. You have the thesis statement. Let me tell you what is a thesis statement. Thesis statement is, once the last, for your level lah, normally I teach my students, the last sentence in the introductory paragraph, okay, which summarizes the idea of the entire essay. The idea of the entire essay. Because I said here, look here, I want us to ace an A. We are acing an A or A plus for SPM. Let's take our writing to the next level. So thesis statement, normally for your level, normally I just teach you the last sentence lah, yeah. The last sentence in the introductory paragraph, means in the introduction, last sentence, it summarizes the idea of the entire essay. So when we read your introduction paragraph, your introductory paragraph, we know what the essay is about. That is how we structure the whole essay. Okay, now for topic sentence, kalau thesis statement summarizes the entire essay, topic sentence summarizes the paragraph. A paragraph has three. We talk about paragraph and structure of a paragraph. A paragraph has three major parts. Number one is the topic sentence. Okay, the first, even in Bahasa Melayu, you learn this, ayat topik. Meaning to say, it summarizes what the idea of the paragraph is about. Clear? Okay, next. Okay, see what I have on the screen here. Basically what I said, I just want you to take a look. You can screenshot. Okay, if you are very fast in writing, you can quickly scribble. Screenshot is easiest lah, if you're using a phone or a laptop or a computer. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one very quickly. Okay, now this is our activity. Students, now read this paragraph and tell me, is this a good paragraph or not? What do you think? Okay, read. The one that is underlined, this one is the topic sentence. Okay, this is the topic sentence. This is the topic sentence. Remember, topic sentence is the first sentence of the paragraph that summarizes the idea of that paragraph. So tell me, is this a good paragraph or not? Read and tell me in the chat box. While I drink some water. Don't sleep first, eh? Don't let me talk to the screen alone. Don't sleep first. Wait. We'll finish at 10:45, then you can go to bed. Okay, tell me, is this a good paragraph or not? Come on, people, tell me. Ayuni says yes. Okay, good, Ayuni. You say yes. Others, I want to hear other people's opinion. Good, but can use more connectors, says Asher. Johan says good. Okay, many of you says yes, good. No linker. No linker. Ada linker lah. Okay, just not many. Okay, fine. Many of you say it's a good paragraph. I'm going to drop you the bombshell. No, it's not a good paragraph. Okay, why? It's not because of the linkers. It's not because there are not many linkers. Okay, now, what is the topic sentence? Take a look. What is the topic sentence? Topic sentence says, exercise brings many health benefits to us. Okay, people, what is a good paragraph? Okay, I go back here. A good paragraph has a topic sentence. Supporting sentences means the support the main idea or the topic sentence and a concluding sentence. Okay, so let's go back to that slide just now. We are advised to at least do exercise 3 times a week. I want to ask you, you all better type for me. Tell me, the second sentence, is this a health benefit? Is this a health benefit? Topic sentence says exercise brings many health benefits to us. Is this a health benefit? Yes or no? Come on, faster. No, thank you. Okay, go to the next sentence. We can choose either to do aerobic exercises or maybe going for swimming. Is that a health benefit? Make sure that we choose the right exercise for us so that we won't overwork our body. Is this a health benefit? Tell me, where are the health benefits? Topic sentence says exercise brings many health benefits to us. I know why you say it's a good paragraph. Because you say it is a good paragraph because you see no grammatical errors. Oh, nice sentence. No, you must know the idea of using a topic sentence. And this is how we write essay. Okay, this is how you all do. How many of my students did as well in the past. Okay, Asher, tell me, from this paragraph, which is the health benefit written? Which is the health benefit written? Which one? Which sentence? Can you spot anything, students? Which is the health benefit written? Last sentence, Johan. Thank you. Yes, this is the health benefit. So you see, topic sentence say exercise brings many health benefits. Okay, I want to show you the next paragraph. Tell me, is this a good paragraph? Same topic sentence. Is this a good paragraph or not? Johan says good. No benefits. No, ni Aswadi. Take a look at the second one now. Yes. Okay, why? We have all the linkers here. Firstly, it helps us with weight management, blah, 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 blah. Exercising, okay, this is the first health benefit. Okay, and then exercising also improves our muscles and bone density. Therefore, okay, another linker, by improving them through strength training, it helps to maintain third benefit. The best health benefit, fourth. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You see? So this is a good paragraph because the details, the supporting sentences are all about what the topic sentence says. So this is how writing should be actually, which many of you, I think, may not have been trained well. Okay, so when you write exercise, so most important when we write in a paragraph, we want to know what it is about. topic sentence play a very big role. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now that you can see a bit, let's go to this one. Now, read this paragraph and write for me in the chat box, what is the topic sentence do you think? Okay, let's test. Read this paragraph and write for me what is the topic sentence should be for this paragraph. Okay, write for me. Asher says the benefits of reading. Okay, thank you. Johan say benefits of reading? Question mark. That one not giving me a topic sentence. That one giving me a question. Reading have many benefits. Okay, try. Write down. I want to see who can answer, who can write the correct topic sentence for this. Reading not have, ya Ayuni? Reading has. Reading has many benefits. Okay, come on. So many of you in the group now, please write down for me what do you think is the topic sentence for this paragraph. Come on. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Wrong lah. Let us get it wrong now. And with the real SPM, we write the correct thing. Reading provides myriad benefits to us. Good try, Namita. Okay, now, let me show you. Most of you said that the benefits of reading. Okay, one thing, you cannot just say, tengok ini topic sentence, not title, not tajuk. You cannot write, okay, you see Asher wrote this, Johan wrote this. You cannot say the benefits of reading like this. Alamak, hold on. I want to find a better. Okay. Can you say like this, the benefits of reading? This is a topic, people. Ni tajuk tau, title. You need a sentence to start off the paragraph. You cannot say the benefits of reading, full stop. There is something about blah, 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 blah. Okay, but Namita Sri said reading provides myriad benefit to us. Okay, I like that better. Okay, I'm going to write what Namita Sri wrote. I'm going to write what Namita wrote. Yeah, Namita wrote, reading provides myriad benefits to us. Okay. Better. It sounds better than reading has many benefits. Betul tak? That was a topic lah. You cannot write like that. Okay. But people, tengok. I want you to see. You see, because I'm trying to trap you here. There is something about stopping to focus on the words when reading which makes it relaxing. The mind wanders on its own as we sit still in a chair and flipping through the pages. Hence, the best part about reading is even if we have a stressful day, a book can easily distract us from our own problems. Reading has the ability to calm us down and give us the pause that we need in our hectic day-to-day schedule. Is it about benefits of reading? Or there is one benefit of reading that we are looking at for this particular paragraph. Who is smart enough to write for me the correct one? Too abstract for me. No lah, Asher, not too abstract. Not too abstract. It's not about, kalau benefit, let's say benefit, okay, benefit, you kata lah, reading has many benefit. Firstly, reading gives us knowledge. Okay, us knowledge. Okay, next. It also what. But here, it is all about what? Reading provides you calmness. Okay? So what is the topic sentence for this one? Can somebody try? You all got A minus for your English. But you can do this. Anybody would like to try? I know you all are thinking. Good that you are thinking. Okay? Advantage of reading. Still very broad. Okay, Johan, take a look, yeah? This paragraph talks about reading keeps you calm and relaxed. That's all. Dia tak ada bagi banyak advantages. Kalau you want to write advantages of reading, for example, you say, there are many, let's say, I put here, there are many, I like you guys lah, people. There are many advantages of reading. Let's say, there are many advantages of reading. Okay. Let's say there is a topic sentence. The idea in this paragraph will be different. Firstly, reading gives us a lot of knowledge, such as blah blah blah. Other than that, reading also opens the door to many opportunities, such as blah blah blah. Itu baru betul. Here we are talking about, you tengok Okay, you look at my topic sentence. Hold on. Alamak, there's something wrong with my pen. Okay, you read this topic sentence, you see matches or not? Asher said, there's something about reading that gives us relaxation. Correct. That is a good topic sentence. Baru match. Then only it matches with the whole idea in this paragraph. Read again and tell me. Okay, look at what Asher has typed. I write here, reading helps us to relax and stay calm. I make it very simple. Asher says, there's something about reading that gives us relaxation. Okay, that is correct topic sentence. Okay, then only it matches whatever that this paragraph is trying to achieve. Okay, this paragraph is trying to tell us there is one reading helps us to relax. Okay, I put what Asher has written. There's something about reading that gives us relaxation. Okay, continue. But then here you repeat lah, there's something ni pun there is something kan. Okay. All the points, all the ideas is about being calm and relaxed when reading. So that is the correct topic sentence. Okay, you see? So this is how actually we write a paragraph, you know. And if you can write a good paragraph, coherent, ini the coherence, meaning to say it matches, it flows, then only you will have one good standard essay. Okay. All right, we are coming to the last 10 minutes of our lesson. I want you to do one last task. Although I have a lot, trust me, if I show you my slide, I have a lot, and I do this a lot when I give talks and all. Okay, I want you to do one last task for me. Just now, you wrote a topic sentence based on a paragraph given. Now, I give you the topic sentence. Write for me another 3 to 4 sentences, please. Okay, take a look. You can write in the chat box, or you can use my I'm using my class point. You can also respond in my class point. Okay, this is what I want you to do. This is the topic sentence. Sunday is my favorite day because I spend the day watching football with my dad. Sunday is my favorite day because I spend the day watching football with my dad. Now, write for me another 3 to 4 sentences to complete this paragraph. This is narrative. This is story. Just now, I think somebody somebody likes to write story. Namita, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, try and write. Last activity, and we are going to call it a night. Okay, write for me, please. Right, yeah. Either you write in the class point or you write in the chat box. Please try. Don't be afraid. Try. Okay. That is a topic sentence. Write for me another 3 to 4 sentences to complete this paragraph. Sunday is my favorite day because I spend the day watching football with my dad. I hope some of you would respond, so that we can see. I know you're probably getting tired. We're going to finish already. Sunday is my favorite day because I spend the day watching football with my dad. So write for me the rest of the paragraph, please. Are you writing? Please tell me, are you writing or not? Last task. Come on, last. Then we sleep. Then we go and sleep. Okay, last. You can go into my class point. Okay, class point .app and put in the code 22625 and write for me another 3 to 4 sentences, okay, based on the given topic sentence. Johan, I think I will need like maybe 3 sentences, please, because to complete the whole paragraph. If not, I cannot see your writing. Okay. If you use class point, it will be easy for me to discuss with you. If you all use my class point, easy for me to check. Easy for me to check. Okay, Asher has written, this is because Sunday is the only day that... Okay, I'm going to write. Okay, from what I see, from Asher. Okay, now let's take a look. Yeah, I'm going to stop here first. Okay, from what I see from Asher here, this is because Sunday is the only day my dad is free. Not only that, Sunday is the day that my favorite Premier League club usually plays. Okay, not bad. At least it caters to the topic sentence. Okay, tapi I would like to have more different ideas and details lah, honestly. Noni said both of us share the same interest. Not only that, we always spend the time doing what we like. Namita, spending time with him makes me more relaxed and not just focus on studying all the time. As the saying goes, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Sometimes we even go out to have dinner. Okay, not bad. Except for Namita, the last sentence, you say sometimes we even go out to have dinner. That one is not like very much linked to your earlier idea of spending time with that. Watching football. The whole idea here is now spending the day watching football. This is the topic sentence. The key idea is spending the day watching football. So, but honestly, it's okay. It's fine. I'm going to show you what some of my students have written. Maybe it will give you some ideas. Okay, so Asher, Noni, Namita, thank you for trying. I like what you have written. Not bad. I want to show you this. Okay, I want to show this. This one is a good one. I'm going to show an excellent example. Can you see on the screen? I want to show you an excellent example. Okay, this one is really good. This one is excellent. Okay, Sunday is my favorite day because I spend the day watching football with my dad. I'll be the first person to admit that I don't have the best of relationships with my dad. But football has always been the topic that bonds us. You see how the development of the idea, then dia tak lari. It doesn't run away from the idea of spending Sunday watching football with your dad. All our bickers and arguments are forgotten as soon as football is mentioned. Well, that is until the topic of what's the best football team comes up. This is really excellent. Okay, so this is an idea of a good example. Okay, let's take a look at another one, which is what I think is what is not coherent. You see, this is what many students always do. So please avoid doing this. Okay, I want to show you what students always do, because I took real examples from students that I have met. Okay, now let's see from that one just now. Okay, the topic sentence what was the topic sentence just now? The topic sentence, let me read again. I can remember already. This one, right? Sunday is my favorite day because I spend the day watching football with my dad. Okay, so we go back to this one. You see, not this only I spend on Sunday. I do some house chores with mom. For example, sweeping the floor, gardening with my sibling, blah, blah, blah. Now, this one, this is what exactly goes wrong because you are not talking about the topic sentence. You talk about going with your mom, last siblings. So this one is actually a big no. A big no. Even for narrative, even for narrative, when you write, your topic sentence is the main idea of the paragraph. So what follows in that paragraph, okay, that's why I'm talking only about paragraph writing. What follows in that paragraph should match, okay, it should match to the topic sentence. You see this one? Not this only I spend on Sunday. Of course, this one is a bit wrong. I do some house chores with my mom. Suddenly, moms come in. For example, sweeping the floor. So where is the dad? Spending Sunday. It's about spending Sunday with dad, watching football. So no story about this. You see, no idea about that. Okay, I think that's all right for today, honestly, for tonight. Although of course, I wish I could have if we could have more time, but then you'll get very tired. So today what I did was just to I did more on speaking, because next week is your speaking exam. And for writing, let's just recap, let's just recap what we did, people. Okay, let's just recap what we did. For speaking, I went through part 1, part 2, part 3, the do's and the don'ts. Okay, for writing, I wanted to emphasize, and I think I did, I emphasized on how to write better. We focus on paragraph writing. If your paragraph writing is good, normally the whole entire essay is good. So what we did was, we talk about the general assessment scale a bit, and we talk about what makes a good essay. Okay, don't forget this one, understanding the reader, types of sentences. I do not have time to elaborate more. Actually, I wanted to talk about a simple sentence, compound, complex, but of course that will take another long hours. Even hook, attention grabber. But what you can do is, you can screenshot this, you can show your teacher, and you ask from your teacher how to go about. All right. In fact, I also do not have time to actually work on linkers and well, because benda-benda ni, all these things, they require a lot of time. And tonight is just like touch and go only tonight. All right. And but I managed to at least show you, what makes a good paragraph. Okay, what makes a good paragraph. And if you can write a good paragraph, uh, all these paragraphs will make up of an entire essay. So try and write a good paragraph, but this one needs practice. I've been working a lot with my students as well, so we practice writing, and I hope that you can ace a good A for your exam. Okay, Johan, when lagi teacher buat kelas? Ayah, ask me in proper English lah. Alright? Teacher, when are you going to have class anymore? When lagi? Sabar je lah. Okay, Johan, honestly, for tonight is a session where MSU, okay, university, work together with PPD, and they wrote me in as a speaker. I don't really give like extra classes or lessons, but I tell you what, I'm going to give you my email. You can email me, or you can, if you really are interested. I mean, I don't mind sharing. It's just that I'm very busy as well. Okay, I don't mind sharing. Email me, and maybe that we can organize something. I don't know. Okay, maybe we can talk about it. So I'm going to write to you my email. Okay, I'm going to write to you my email. I'm going to go. Actually, there's a lot more people, trust me. And normally on Saturdays, I give talks to MRSM, SBP and whatnot. I give a 4-hour slot, because there's a lot to cover. Okay, wait. I'm going to go to my thank you page. Kejap Cik Inif ya. Okay, alright. If you need me, why don't you email me? Okay, email me here. Okay, talk to me. Or you can also give me sample of your essay to read, where I can read and give you feedback. Okay, and I also need a bit of feedback from you all. Please, what do you think of today's session? Okay, what do you think of today's session? Please give me your feedback. Just type in the chat box only. I wish you all the best for your speaking paper next week. Ingat, please don't be so nervous. Even if you are nervous, control. Okay, and remember only one thing, you don't have much time to speak, like 1 minute only. Part 1 a bit sentences, part 2 1 minute, part 3 also like 2 minutes. So nak nervous apanya? Nothing to be nervous, just speak, talk about things from your experience and all that. Okay, and thank you so much for coming in, tuning and listen. If you feel my session tonight is I would say, how do I put it, if you feel that this session is helpful, okay, useful, please share the link with other friends so that they can watch later. Okay, they can watch later, they can learn something, and you can screenshot some parts of my slides as well. And I said you can always email me. All right, email me and ask me things. Okay, more than better. Thank you very, very much. I'm sorry for any shortcoming. Dah ngantuk kan? Semua nak tidur. So, Assalamualaikum. Good night. And thank you, Cik Anif. Back to you.
Alright, Waalaikumsalam. Thank you very much, Madam Aisyah, okay, for your sharing session. Okay, hopefully everything apa yang disampaikan will get a lot of information and also the benefit to our students, especially all the candidates for SPM, especially yang nak facing for speaking paper minggu depan kalau tak silap saya. Okay,
Ya, Monday.
Monday kan. Jadi hopefully lah sangat-sangat membantu para calon kita yang join sesi kita pada malam ini. And one more thing, untuk all the viewers, boleh sharekan link ni kepada rakan-rakan yang lain. At least mereka boleh lihat semula, and then boleh buat sedikit revision dan tambahkan sedikit information lah untuk preparation mereka bagi paper speaking dan juga writing. Jadi daripada pihak MSU, again saya ucapkan ribuan terima kasih sekali lagi kepada Madam Aisyah, and also thank you a lot to all the candidates yang join sesi kita pada malam ini. Wish all the best for your English paper, okay, and also all the best for your SPM paper yang akan bermula pada 20 Februari nanti. Jadi sekali lagi kita harapkan perkongsian ini memberi manfaat yang terbaik lah kepada setiap calon untuk menghadapi peperiksaan SPM pada tahun ini. Jadi sekali lagi daripada pihak MSU dan juga PPD Kedah Utara, kami sangat-sangat berbesar hatilah untuk meneruskan sesi-sesi ini di lain masa, dan insyaAllah untuk besok ada 3 paper ada 3 paper yang akan berlangsung. Kalau ada kesempatan, hopefully boleh war-warkan kepada rakan-rakan. Besok kita ada sejarah pagi, petang kita ada moral, dan malam kita ada bahasa Melayu. Okay, so hopefully boleh kongsikan kepada rakan-rakan yang lain. Okay, jadi sampai sini saja pada malam ini. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Again, thank you very much, Madam Aisyah, for your time. Okay, sangat-sangat bermakna perkongsian pada malam ini. Okay, kita jumpa lagi di lain masa. All the best. Good luck for your SPM, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum.
Salam.